Hi everybody. A couple weeks ago I was playing with my Gelli Plate and we were making, Mary Dale Abrams from the Mary Altier has been making these really cool illuminated borders in some of her art books, and so I wanted to see about making them, but at the time I didn't have a book handy and we were questioning how to make them when they are actually in a bound book. So I've been playing with it and I think I have it down. It's really not that difficult. It's actually kind of fun and really pretty easy. So what I want you to know is that the easy part is right in the beginning of the book. So the middle of the book is a little more difficult. And so I'm going to show you how to do that at the middle of the book. And by the way, I will give you a link to Mary's channel if you're not already subscribed there. She does some really cool stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these, and an illuminated border is a decorated border on a page. Old books were always decorated on the pages. It was just a beautiful way of doing a page in a book. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the page to be Gelli plated. And it's really difficult. We're going to take some paper clips, and I've lost my other paper clips. So here's one right here. Oh, there it is. Okay. What we want to do, and we're going to print on this side of the page. So I'm going to take in the middle of the book, just wanted you to see the most difficult part, and we're going to take each page and turn it up, and we're going to stack them where they're not even. You notice that, and one of the reasons I use this book because it's very aged on the edge. You can see the edge of the page, and however much you offset it is how much width the border is going to print. Now I would not try to print more than 3 or 4 pages at a time, but what we're going to do is we're going to put this paper clip in and hold all 4 of these pages together just like so. Now another thing about the paper clips is that it gives you a rough idea of where you want to line up the edge of your Gelli plate when we get to that next step. So I know that I'm making a border slightly smaller than where the paper clip is, and I can see that from the back side. So I'm going to do that one more time on a second piece, just so you see how it's done. We're just going to go in the middle of this book, and we're going to fold these up, just offsetting them just a little bit. Just the width we want them. Now you of course could do this one sheet at a time, but it would not be pleasant. It would take forever. So we're going to go like that. And like I said, 3 or 4 pages is all you want to try to do, because it depends on the size of your book too. Because if the pages are smaller, it might be more difficult to get that kind of, it gets tight back here. So okay, so now I'm going to set this aside so that we can use it in a little bit, and I'm going to bring in my Gelli plate. Now as you notice, my Gelli plate, it has no longer got its brand new clean demeanor, and the edge that we are going to use needs to be clean, and right now it's pretty built up on the edges. So I'm going to show you how to clean the edge And I'm specifically going to worry about this edge on this side because I am going to work this right here. It's just easier for me. Another thing you want is enough room to whichever side you're going to work with so that you don't have to fight. So you need enough space. One of the ways to clean off your Gelli plate when you have this buildup is simply packing tape. It works real well. Sorry about the noise. Works real well if you can get it off the spool. Now I'm only worrying about the very edge of the plate just because that edge tends to get thick and then it doesn't print right there. I don't really care about the rest of the plate. It just adds to the print that you pull. But I'm just cleaning the very edge. And if you notice, let's see if I can get a piece of paper underneath there so you can see what it's pulling up. You see it's pulling the icky dried paint that's on the very edge of the plate. And we want that clean because we want we want our paint to work clear out to the edge of the Gelli plate. So you see it's picked up quite a bit. Get that out of the way. And we'll put this back over here. Now we're going to ink up our Gelli plate, and we need at least a good section of it inked up. You can do the whole thing, but you're only going to print off of a little bit. So let's use a couple of colors. That kind of stand out. And you want to make sure that you ink very carefully along this edge. Okay. Now we want to put some design in it. And I think I've been playing with these combs. You want to, if you use a comb, you want to do it very carefully. And we put some little circles on top of that. And I meant to turn the fan off and I forgot. So, okay, so then we're going to take hold of our pages. And we're going to remember that we need this whole section of pages, the pieces that are lined up, and we're going to use our paper clips as guides to lay right against sort of the edge of the Gelli plate. We're just going to lay it down like so. And then it would be helpful if we had a piece of paper so that we can push it down well. And you're going to rub those down just like you would be pulling a single print. Okay. And when you pick this up, let me move my Gelli plate so you can see it. It has printed just like it would a single sheet, but as you look at it, you see you've got just a border along each piece. Now, I highly recommend you leave the paper clips on there for just a little while to let it dry so that the pages don't lay up against one another. But it dries up very nicely, as you can tell. This book curled a little bit, but I hadn't closed it back. See, these are nice and flat where I had closed it back. So let's do that again. just so you can see what I'm talking about, hopefully. And I'm not going to worry this time because that's brand new paint. It's not been on there for 100 million years. It's pretty good. And let's go for this one. Now this time it's a little juicier. I may need to spread it out a little bit because I've got too much paint. Not a big deal. Okay, so we're going to try this pattern. It's a very nice pattern. Okay, and our little circles again. Whatever pattern you like putting in it that you want to put along your illuminated borders. Okay, and we have our second prepared pages. And remember that you're going to put those paper clips. Can you see the paper clips? Yeah. These paper clips are going to go just outside the edge of your Gelli plate so that you can kind of keep it lined up to give you a good idea of where you're at. And I'm just using this piece of paper to keep my hands from getting dirty. Okay. Let's put that down. And peel this off. And once again, we've got these nice little borders printed on several pages. I'm going to just lay that aside for a minute. Let me get this off there and then I'll show you the other one now that it's dry. Okay. Oh, let's move this out of the way. Okay. And now that this one is all nice and dry, you could attach the paper clips on another set and go on and do the next border. See, I've got 4 borders done. And the other thing is if you wanted to do the other side of and put a border on the other side, you just simply stack your pages from this side and put on your paper clips. So that is illuminated borders on your Gelli plate in a bound book. Thanks for stopping in and taking a look at what I had to show you. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy my channel. Please, if you do, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a great afternoon. Go make some art.